pretty right here. You think they can see that? Ooh.
Can't nobody see that. Yo. Yizzo. What's
Hey,
up, y'all? What's going on? You know what I mean?
Hey, y'all.
I'm Red.
And I'm Key.
And this is Why Did I
Get Married
podcast. You know what I'm saying? Hey, so listen, we back. And believe it or not, this is the 4th episode, even though, only 2 episodes has been released so far. The 3rd one will never be released.
Acting like a little monkey.
And this is the 4th one, you know what I'm saying? How you feeling today, though, babe? You good?
I feel good.
It's crazy because I ain't really see you all day. Got this big thing going on, you know what I'm saying? Finally get a chance to sit with you and all that, you know what I'm saying? You good?
Yep, I'm straight.
What you do today?
You know what I do. I go downstairs and I work. I go down the steps and I work. I get showered, I get dressed, and I go down the steps.
That's what's up. Well, listen, on the last show, we talked about what?
Oh, we talked about insecurity.
We talked about insecurities, and, it's been a lot of funny craziness since then, you know what I'm saying? Because, when you realize, when you put your your true self out there and you actually look back on film and see what you said and hear what your partner said, it becomes funny. We know we don't gotta be insecure. We know we don't gotta do that.
And when
been together too long.
Oh, I'm sorry.
You know what I mean?
And at first it's like, what is you doing? Like, you know what I'm saying? We gotta make sure again that the purpose of that we make it known that the purpose of this show is never to destroy us. The purpose of this podcast is not to destroy us. So we don't want to nurse hurt and talk about things that cause problems. Now, if you want to talk about your problems,
we gonna talk about some problems.
I mean, we can talk about problems, but not nothing. But we're not gonna bring up stuff that is so irrelevant.
On episode 3, which will never be released unless we make it in the podcast world, and one day we could just release that, and that'll be like an extra little oomph. Like, damn, this shit great. It's an old episode, man.
Maybe one day, but
like a throwback Thursday type of thing.
It really got to be too much. It was too doggone much.
So here's the
too
thing.
much for TV, because I don't put my business out like that. We was just talking too much.
Hey, you got Alexa?
Yeah.
I don't even want to deal with Alexa tonight. Let's deal with YouTube. Hey, listen. My wife is a rapper.
No, I'm not.
You know what I'm saying? We got a song that we did together. A couple of y'all probably heard this before. You know what I'm saying? But it was a time in our life, and I'm going to think back, and she going to correct me if I'm wrong. But it was a time in my life where, I'm recording a lot of songs with different females. I'm talking about I was recording, probably most of my features was with all women for a minute. And, I got the type of wife that will tell me, and you don't never put me on those songs. Like what? Put you on a song?
No.
How am I gonna?
No,
you're not even no rapper, but I gotta put you on a song now just to make you happy. So I do. Let's go
back. No, let's go back to what it really is, because it's always I gotta do.
All right, well, let's go back. What was it? What was it that made you tell me that I gotta put you on a song?
Yeah, you was like, you want to write 16 of this? You always throw it out there. You will always just throw it out there. So don't. This is before he became big time Philly red face in Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? He would ask me to do things like that at one point. He would include me. You know what I'm saying? And no, I'm not a rapper. And no, I never wanted to become a rapper. It was about doing. Don't talk over me. It was about doing something fun.
What is you mad about though?
Because you do that a lot, babe.
The fuck you talking about? Don't talk. Like what I do?
You keep talking over me.
Dang. Listen, man, I know I was making a lot of songs, and I remember back to when this song came out, she told me that she wanted to be on a motherfucking song. and made me write her a verse.
This was that song. But it was songs before that.
We got that Martin and Gina, but she crazy like Pam. Martin and Gina, I'll die for you. Real lovers what's in my eyes for you. Hope I never have to cry for you. Just question me, I lie for you. Ever on the run, I'll hide with you. Get in the kitchen, cook pies for you. Way more than just getting by with you. I don't smoke, but I love getting high with you. Not a joke, but I just wanna fly with you. When we met right by your side with you. You show me love, no surprise with you. Damn it, they get swag, goes from from my bag if they ever give you lip. Barack, Michelle, every real man got a Gina behind me. Hey, listen. Come on, man. You heard that verse?
Play yours.
I'm not gonna play my verse. Because it's a podcast, man. We can't play no whole song. But look, listen. I like to try to be positive, man. You know what I'm saying? My wife got a lot of issues with me. She got like so many issues with me, and I promise you, 80 maybe to 90% of the issues shouldn't even be issues.
Sherry Berry.
You know what I'm saying? Listen, when you got issues, make sure they are real issues. Otherwise, you'll be sitting on a motherfucking podcast arguing about shit that ain't even real.
Right. Stop being one-sided and acting like you don't trip. You trip. And there's a few people out there that knows firsthand that you trip. So you can't sit there and act like you don't trip. You trip. And it's okay. We human. It's okay. You know what I'm saying? We human. I tell people all the time, look, love doesn't have pride. Love don't have pride. I ain't doing no crazy nothing. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not embarrassed of nothing I do. I'm not. Period. I'm human, and how I do things is how I do things. I'm me. I'm Key. You know what I mean? You read. How you do things is how you do things. But you do trip.
Man, listen, man. I'm like, first of all, I'm grandfathered into this crazy shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm supposed to motherfucking trip. If I didn't trip, my name wouldn't be Philly Redface. Her, on the other hand, she wasn't a tripper when I first fucking met her.
Right, he turned me into a tripper. Isn't that something, guys? He turned me into a tripper. Okay, because I remember it was a time.
Can't nobody turn you into a tripper.
Okay,
nobody can turn you into a tripper.
Let me tell my point.
You got to trip on your own. Like, I can't make you trip. How can I make you trip? Because I'm leaving the house, going somewhere?
You said at one point of time I wasn't a tripper?
Yes.
Right. There was one point in time where I would leave his house, and before I get down the street, he'd be saying, "You're not really going where you say you're going," or da da da. And this is in Philadelphia. So at one point in time, no, I'm just saying.
So you bring back Philly?
Can you please stop talking?
I just want to know is we bringing back Philly.
I thought we
were talking about right here and right now. We in Atlanta, Georgia, for the last 10 years.
Right, but Philly is where we come from.
Okay.
And that's where it all started.
All right, so let's go back to Philly.
And all I'm saying is you've done the same things in Philly.
Let's go back to Philly.
I would be leaving his house in Philadelphia, and I'd be like, I'm going up the boulevard. I gotta get to my kids. He'll call me like, "You ain't going to no boulevard. You know somebody on the boulevard. You right down the street." I was like, "What? Like, nigga, your mind is in the gutter."
Let me tell you.
I don't even know what you're talking about.
Let me tell you something, man, about being in Philly, from Philly. You hear me? In a fucking relationship. You hear me? Nigga, if you ain't keeping them close by you, right there by your motherfucking side, them wolves are out there. You hear me? They right there. You motherfucking right. I'm grandfathered into this crazy shit. And if I got a woman I love, I'm going to trip about certain shit. You motherfucking right. If it don't seem right, it ain't right.
Right. But everything ain't real, like he said.
Everything ain't.
On my behalf,
everything ain't real.
Everything ain't always real.
Everything ain't always what you fucking believe. Because guess what?
I could come up with a whole scenario like, oh, okay.
No. You do come up with whole scenarios.
I'm saying it.
You do that. You say you could come up with.
Right. I'm saying I can
come up with, but you can't. You do.
And so do you. But I was talking, and you keep doing it. Yeah, I could come up with whole scenarios. I could come up with whole scenarios from start to finish.
Now I gotta shut up.
No, just because he didn't answer his phone, I'll be like, oh, okay. So he didn't answer his phone. Oh, okay, it's 11:30. But usually 11:30 he take his break, but he didn't answer his phone at 11:30 taking a break. That means he can't answer the phone because he know he's probably taking the type of break that I don't want him to take. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, listen, man. With that being said, man, the topic tonight...
Questions.
The topic tonight is relationship advice. We got a couple questions. We only picked 5 of them?
Yeah.
We picked 5 questions from the questions that the people were sending in on Facebook and Instagram. And that's what we're going to do tonight, y'all. You know what I'm saying? We're going to give y'all our opinion on y'all questions. And I promise I'm going to keep it all the way gutter. Like, I'm not going to tell you no shit Dr. Phil or Oprah going to tell you, because I don't know them.
And I'm not them.
I just know me and what the fuck I would do or say or act like. Right? What would you? Are you going to answer these questions like that? Because I ain't trying to be on no soap opera shit with this shit now.
No, I ain't going to be soap opera-ish, but I am going to speak how I handle it and how I think it should be handled. And I'm going to say why, because I know I don't handle things right. I always handle things right after I handle them wrong.
And listen, the relationship advice we giving out, trust and believe me, we are not saying that it's the right relationship advice. But we feel as though that we are fucking qualified.
You asked them
to give out some fucking answers because y'all sent in the questions.
And I do have a degree in counseling, psychology.
No soap opera shit. We don't.
So I can get deep into your head, like, oh, okay, so you're experiencing the Oedipus complex, huh?
What is that? Fuck is that, man? That's what I'm saying. We don't want to be and no shit that's gonna make people turn the channel. Like, we want to fucking tell them what the fuck is going on, man.
That's not even what I do, because that's what I didn't like. I don't want to do that. I just like, again, connecting. So we got questions. And let's...
You gonna read the first question?
Questions, yes. So the first question...
Who is from?
This question is from an anonymous person in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania.
Oh, where? Philadelphia, Pennsylvania.
Yeah, and so they're anonymous. And this question
was... So they ain't send their name?
No.
But you know who it came from? Because it came from Facebook and Instagram, so you know the person.
You gave me the question. You gave me the question.
Oh, this is one of the ones? Okay.
Yeah, so see that? He about to come up with a whole story right there. But anyway, this question really came from last week, and we started to answer it, but again, we acted a little foolish, so this wasn't really, you know what I mean?
Soap opera shit.
First, what do I do if I've been with someone that's treated me one way, but now that we've met more people and he's become, or he or she's become more popular, he acts different. And this person feels as though they put this person in the place to, to flourish, and they change and they act different.
When other people came around?
Yeah. No, as time.
Oh, yeah. Go ahead. Answer that.
What do you do?
Go ahead. You tell you. You want... Yeah. I'm going to tell you what I would fucking do. I ain't going to even hold no punches about this shit right here. Because one thing about life and your motherfucking time, all that shit is valuable. Your life and your motherfucking time is valuable. And
True.
then when you throw the other shit in, like money and gifts and all of that shit, and you doing all of these traits for this one individual, time, your life, money, gifts, sex, and this motherfucker got a nerve to completely do a 360 on you because somebody else came around, and you told them about it and they still won't stop and continue to tell you that you ain't right for them, and you know it's because of this other person came around, and you telling yourself and you know that it is because of this other person came around, you ain't with the one. You're not with it. You're not with the one. You're not with the person that's able to sit there and take in what you're telling him. Like this woman tell me all the time when she feel left out,
and when I feel like he's with some temporary people,
not being considered number one, or when she feeling like I'm putting something else first. Hey, you got to snap out of that.
Bam. I'll be like, hey, what are you doing, guys? What's going on?
So to the person that's getting done to, like, you got trouble on your hand. You being used and abused. You being used and abused. You taking
if you're not speaking up.
And that was a female.
Right.
Anonymous female.
So if you're not speaking up. So the thing is, what I would do is I would speak up.
You take care of a nigga and a nigga front on you, and you know you wanted the motherfucker go to the movies after you bought this nigga outfits and got his hair cut.
It ain't even about all that. Cause people really
niggas will use you.
And so will women.
But people will use people. It's not a man asking the question.
Okay, so niggas will use you, but she didn't say she's been used. She just feel like she put him in a place, like she feel like she put him in a place to meet people, and he wasn't known, like he didn't know no one. But now that he's known and he's popular, he's like, F you, like I don't need to be around you no more. Like, you know what I mean? That's what the question was saying. And what I would do is I speak up, you know what I'm saying? Because people don't know how to treat you unless you teach them how to treat you, period. Wow. If you sit there and just kick it like, why is he doing this? You're never going to know. And then it doesn't even matter why he doing it. You got to let him know that that's not going to fly with you. That does not feel good. Because if he was good when he was nothing, around no one, then you're good while he's around 20 fools, okay? Because 9 times out of the 10, if it's a big circle, only about 2 people in the circle is real people anyway. You know what I'm saying? So you got to let it be known, baby. Just let it be known.
Well, I'm not going to argue about that.
Yeah, just let it be known.
But before we go to the next question, just know for a fact that we are 3 months away from being in 2022. If you don't know by now, when you're being used and abused, you will never fucking know. You hear me? Who you want me to read the next question?
Even if it was, I mean, because you could be being used just for the popularity. It don't even have to be about the money. You know what I'm saying? And nothing like that. But
I apologize for smoking, guys, but I can't do nothing without smoking these days.
You can read the next question.
The next question
Don't cut me off no more.
Please. Do you guys... Babe, I promise I didn't cut you off. I'm just saying what I was saying based on what you said.
That you gotta smoke this weed?
Oh, no, that was just a random thought. I didn't... You know what I'm saying? Do you guys practice any religion? If no, why? If yes, why and how? Go ahead, babe. You can answer that.
So y'all, it's a meme out here and it say like, I'm a little bit of this, I'm a little bit of that, I'm a little bit of that. I do practice religion, but I also go out. I'm not.
Tell the people what religion. You said you practice religion. You gotta let them know. You know what I mean?
No, I really don't.
Well, I mean, all right. Go ahead, finish what you're saying.
No, I practice religion. We have a religion. I feel like we have a religion. I practice religion, yes. And I feel like we practice religion together. How? By praying. Even if we're just watching the service together. Here and there. I'm more watching the services than him and stuff like that. But because he know it all already. He always tell me, like, I could teach you that. You know what I'm saying? Let me teach you that. I could teach you that.
And
why you, okay,
you know what?
Listen to that. You taking 2.5 hours for that service? No, I could have taught you that.
So here's the thing.
But we do believe.
Here's the thing. And whoever did the people you leave their name on that, or that's another fucking
That's Norva.
Nora from where?
Harvey,
Louisiana. Nora. Okay, Nora. So I'm gonna tell you like this, ma'am. I was raised by my grandma, and Christianity was a thing. It was so instilled in me that, like she said, I'd stop a person on the street that was preaching on the street corner and say, "Man, you misinterpreted that wrong. This is really what it meant, and that's how much it was instilled in me." Because my grandma, once I had to go to her house, made sure that Christianity was a part of my daily activity. So fast forward into adulthood, being from Philly, every man with a beard in Philly is considered Muslim. My name is Muslim. Rasul Amin is a Muslim name, so it was easy for people to correspond with me being a Muslim brother. So on the flip side, I actually had to learn that religion as well. I could call you Don, all of that. You know what I'm saying? But I was born and raised Christian, and my faith right now, I believe in Jesus Christ. That's the Lord and Savior to me, and what I believe in. But yeah, you asked that question. Hopefully, I'm not a vicious. Go to church and put on no tie. And start doing all that, calling the
and I'm not judgmental,
the words and all that, but I respect the word, and just recently through this whole Corona shit, she been waking up on Sundays listening to Jamal Bryant.
It happened before Corona. It happened actually like October.
Well, whenever it happened, she know when it happened because when she was talking about
my
when she
Tiffany
started off,
introduced me to that pastor.
Was with these pastors.
Great pastor.
Yeah, Christianity is my faith, but these pastors I do not believe in.
I don't believe in the pastor. I believe in the word that he's preaching.
Just because I mentioned Jamal, I'm not talking about Jamal, but I'm talking about my mindset with pastors and my experiences, knowing pastors personally and knowing that they men just like me. And what she said at the beginning, that I could teach you that, I really be meaning. I'm like, damn. So you mean to tell me you sitting here crying and believing all of this stuff, and you feeling so emotional and spirit filled, and you being led by this man, but when I, talk this.
Do you feed my soul?
She said don't cut me off.
Do you feed my soul with that? Be real then.
She said don't cut me off.
Be real.
So
be real. He don't feed my soul with no spiritual.
Of course, because I don't wake up in the morning and call myself no motherfucking
All right, so
preacher.
that's where I get it from.
But it be seeming like you be having more of a like you leaning towards like following him more than you following me. Like, you know what I'm saying? You doing stuff that he tell you to do.
He's teaching prophetically.
You driving all the way up
He's teaching prophetically, and I'm listening because he's guiding me to where I need to be led to.
Another preacher, she tried to take me to church 7 years ago when we first moved down here. We was living on the south side, College Park. And we sat in the motherfucking church.
This is crazy.
And the preacher man himself was looking at my wife the whole time. Now, mind you, it's
that's
pregnant.
How you think. This man crazy. This how you think.
Mind you hear me?
He crazy.
It's pregnant women walking all around the church,
and they all depressed this kid.
This is what this man did. I had my boy with me, a couple of our daughters. This is what this man did. This man came from the pulpit, sat on the same row me and my family was sitting on. My wife got two little church members sitting between her and where the pastor came down and sat at. You hear me? This man looked to his right over to my wife like this. After the service. She's a Christian. She right now. She's this Christian lady
Christian.
that she's thinking Christian. She's the
because that's
so
what I am. Regardless.
me. I'm thinking street because this nigga already giving testimonies of who he used to be.
Everybody has.
So this nigga come on the road we sitting on. So at the end of the day, he wind up whispering and telling her in the middle of fucking somebody else up there preaching or fucking saying a prayer or whatever.
No, it was the very end of the service. It was the end of the service, and he was making his rounds.
The end of the service is called a benediction.
Well, it was the benediction then. Call it the benediction. If it was the benediction,
wasn't nobody gonna be up there talking still.
Nobody was talking.
I'm gonna finish this story, right? This shit wind up being this nigga having this excuse of why did he say he wanted to, why was he whispering and giving you these little signals? He came from the pulpit and why did he do this?
Is it a fashion show? Wasn't it the fashion show?
Because he wanted her to be in a fashion show. Why are you looking at her in that fucking light?
Me and the kids.
Get the administrator or the fucking organizer of the fashion show to ask her. So I never went back to that church, and I promise you, she eventually stopped going as well. Because the preacher man brings the devil inside the church. But the women of the church sometimes don't understand that because they're wrapped in because he's preaching the word and they want to give him a chance after chance after chance after chance.
He went too far with this question.
But even when it comes to the preacher that we listen to now, I will never judge this man, but even him is a public cheater because his wife is a reality star. So therefore we know that he cheated.
Okay.
Not because we're looking for this information, but it's public information because we watched the show.
Right.
So once again, These preachers is the reason why I don't get too wrapped up in the whole religion, but I am a follower of Christ. So, yes. What's the next question?
And the reason why I cry and stuff like that when I'm listening to the pastor is because you get like a sense of conviction. You hear all the things that, you should be doing, or all the things that you need to hear. Somebody speaking life into you. It's not always sad tears. Sometimes it's joy. Like when he said, at one point he was preaching about get your own business. It's coronavirus. I
love the shit he preach about.
Stop cutting me off.
I'm not cutting you off. I'm making comments while you're talking. Keep talking. Keep your thought.
Loud. You're
concentrate.
Losing me.
The fuck?
He's ashamed. But anyway,
man, listen, man. She crazy.
I'm gonna lose my train of thought with this gorilla shit. You know what I'm saying?
You can't lose your train of thought. You talk about the preacher man and how he preach and what he preach about.
So it was this one time he was preaching about the coronavirus or whatever. And he was saying like, the reason why you guys are home or laid off or getting unemployment is because you're really supposed to get your own. You know what I'm saying? He speak about more than just God. He actually he tries to, prophetically teach you the way. And he guides you in a great way.
He do.
So when I'm crying, it's not always conviction like sad. Sometimes it's tears of joy because someone's speaking life, because you don't get that often people that speak life.
What's the next question, babe? Shouts to all the good pastors out there.
Shame on him. The third question says, did you do anything special to prepare yourself to be a husband or wife material? Or are you learning as you go? This is somebody named Tim from Phoenix.
So yourself to be husband or wife material.
Mm-hmm. Or are you just learning as you go?
Both. I mean, mentally, you definitely got to prepare yourself before you tell somebody you want to spend the rest of your life with them, especially if you already know them as a person. Like, because at the end of the day, like, life is about looking at people that you tell you love and not being able to judge them, because you can't love nobody and judge them. So therefore, I'm the type of person that when it come to marriage, I had to mentally prepare. I proposed to her in front of both of our moms, a couple of our friends, at a baby shower. She was pregnant with my son, my only son. Out of you know what I'm saying? Out of 4 more daughters, she had 4 daughters and a son. So, you know what I'm saying? Every day you're gonna learn how to stay married.
Yeah,
You know, but
it
starts with not judging each other, and you know what I mean, sticking to the love part, because that shit gonna bring friendship, fucking, you know, happiness, you know, willing to travel together type shit, all that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But you know, I ain't never ever in my life thought I would be married though, because of where I come from and what I was into and what I do, the niggas I was around and the scenery and all that. You know what I'm saying? I'll tell you that part. I never thought I'd be the nigga that stayed married and get married. I'll tell you that part. Because, you know what I'm saying? I do have a legacy back then.
Woohoo for the legacy. At least he made it out alive and made it to me, right? Because the legacies out there in the street ain't what's hot.
I ain't even talking street
the
shit.
legacy out there in the street is not what's hot. You know what I'm saying?
You just heard me tell you I was going to church too. I was in the church. My grandma made me go to church. I had other little lives besides the streets.
So I think you do got to prepare yourself too. I think that you got to know that there's certain things you're not going to be going in there doing, into this relationship doing. You got to conduct yourself differently. And then just like parenting, there's no real book on it. You know what I'm saying? You learn through trial and error, because everybody's not married to the same person. Everybody's not married to the same person. And once again, you got to teach people how to treat you. You know what I'm saying? And you every day you learning. Every day you learning together.
Every single minute.
And that's it. And then,
what's the next question? We got 2 more questions and then we out of here, because I gotta go. What?
Oh yeah, it's 2. All right, go ahead.
What happened? It's 2 or 1? All right, I see the other one. I saw on Instagram where someone asked guys and girls for you. Man, I don't know who fuck sent that in. I saw on Instagram where someone asked guys and girls.
Oh, that's a do you.
Where asked guys and girls, do you cherish and respect your mate? If so, how? Go ahead, baby. You answer all that cherish and soap opera fucking shit.
So again, he has this, image, which again, you gotta, one thing about relationships and stuff like that, even though you got an image or whatever like that, you gotta cut a line between it or whatever. It's not soap opera. Somebody asked.
That is like, do you cherish?
Do you cherish? That means like so what do you do to make sure? Do you cherish your mate? What do you do to make? If you cherish me, then you'll make sure you don't lose me.
All right, you just said I was crazy, right? I be tripping, right? That's what you call cherishing a motherfucker. Because if you tripping over a motherfucker, you definitely cherish.
Right, so he be tripping so hard.
I don't know about that. Like, define your words. Like, what the fuck? Cherish or tripping, same fucking word.
No, because you can cherish so hard, you could trip so hard that you become disrespectful, and then what? You jeopardizing your relationship.
Yo, if a nigga on the street and saw you ride past, if a nigga on the street that you with saw you ride past and you was in the car with another nigga, he's gonna find that car, he's gonna track that car down, and when he find that car, he's gonna first start tripping. You know why? Because he love you so fucking much. He ran red lights. He's about to go to jail because if he got his gun with him, he probably gonna kill his nigga. Right? Mm-hmm. Because he's going to trip at first. But once you tell him, babe, calm down. It's the Uber driver. The back seat is wet because the other passenger spilled the liquid. I had to sit up front. I'm on my way to meet you. What are you doing around this way? He's going to calm down and realize, damn, I really cherish you. This is because I was about to kill this motherfucker.
The toxic way. He cherished the toxic.
So tripping and cherish is the same fucking shit. If you telling the nigga you telling about motherfucking you that's tripping over you, they cherish you.
Okay.
What's the last question?
So if you cherish a person, you could. Why are you rushing?
I ain't rushing.
So if you cherish
I just don't want
person,
the motherfucking battery to run out.
Okay. So if you cherish a person, you could also do things like make sure that when you sign for your health insurance, you put them on your health insurance because you want what's good for you, good for your mate. That's also cherishing, respecting them. You know what I'm saying? If I'm telling him every day what's bothering me, then it's his job to respect how I feel, even if it makes no sense to him. It's my job to
make that Cash App say ching-a-ling-a-ling.
Even if it makes no sense to him.
Fuck you talk about.
You know what I'm saying? It's his job to like try to respect what I'm saying and think about it. You know what I mean? And kind of make some. Hey,
what's the last question?
And changes if need be, and that's what I do. Okay. That's what I do.
Whatever,
I trip too, but I trip so I don't have to go there. Like I trip so I don't have to go there. I trip beforehand so it don't have to be an afterwards. Okay?
Read the last question.
So, what are your thoughts on an open relationship? And this is Tiffany from New York. You're trying to
Tiffany from New York trying to see what time it is.
I'm a lady. You know what I'm saying? And I don't share Tiff.
I mean, well, you know, see, one thing about an open relationship, that gotta be
not openly anyway.
Like an open relationship mean like we could fuck other people?
Yeah. Open relationship mean you do what you want to do.
And you know
about it though, because it's open.
So an open relationship is probably gonna be for better for boyfriend and girlfriend.
Open relationship to me
because it's
is
business
for
when marriage come about. This shit becomes like more than just love and cherishing and tripping. This is a business as well. So another motherfucker coming in with probably a longer sling-a-ling, ding-a-ling, slinging it around here, hitting my motherfucking wife from the back, nigga, might fuck all of that up. Hell no.
Girlfriend with a mean, what y'all like? What's it called? Twirly. A girl with a mean twirly come and just sweep him off his feet. Call me like he called me like the dude on Harlem Nights. Hey Keisha, I ain't never come home no more. I fuck up everything. Cause guess what? You treat me like that, we going for the gusto. It's war. And you know what? It's not only war.
Man, that's rated PG, man.
It's war. You and that lady that sucked the skin off of you. Y'all won't get peace till I get peace. No peace till I get some peace. Okay, so when I start getting over it, that's when I chill. But as long as I'm mad,
yeah,
it ain't even worth it.
Listen,
and then I'm trying to take everything, Eddie.
I don't know if that's why I got married.
It's like nah.
But that's definitely why I stay married. You know
it ain't even worth it.
Right there.
It ain't. It's not worth it.
So yo, until next time, man, you know what I'm saying? I appreciate those who got high with me. I appreciate those that was on the Soap Opera Vibe with Key.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Until next time, man, listen, man, I'm gonna throw up my deuces, man. Peace to you and your family, man. You know what I'm saying?
See y'all.